Hey, I'm a little late. Oh my God. Because I was busy doing something and kind of lost track of time. And I'm still trying to do something. So just bear with me just a second and we will get this party started. And right now, oh, that was a little bright, huh? Anyway, I'm here. A little late, but I'm here. Okay, how's everybody? I hope you're doing well. All right, so last night we talked about disentangling from the past and leaving our past where it is. And oddly enough, today I was listening to Marissa Peer again, and she was talking about the very same thing about leaving your past in the past and letting it go so that you can live a more abundant future. So, or present. So, let's talk about what's going on tonight. So, tonight's topic is shine bright. And here we go. When you wake up every day, remind yourself that whoever you are is a choice. You create the narrative. So don't be afraid to highlight your humor, brilliance, and bravery. You are not here to be small. Come to terms with that truth, then sit back and brace yourself for the beauty that is you. Allow your light to shine brightly. There is never enough of your luminescence in this sometimes darkened world. So I like that, right? So what I get from that is that, everybody has something wonderful to bring to the world. Not everybody's aware of what that something is, but all of us has something that just brings a light to the world. And if we embrace that and show our light to the world, I think things will get a lot better as far as relationships with everybody. And people can stop worrying about, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And everybody can start looking at the gifts that they have and the gifts that they can give, or whatever gift that they can give to someone else. So, like for instance, if you're a singer, you can sing. If you're a plumber, you can do your plumbing. If you're an electrician, you can do your electricity work. And all of it is important. And all of it helps somebody. It doesn't matter what you do for a living or what your gift is. Sometimes I think people get all caught up in what is, if that gift looks better than mine. Don't do that because you're dimming your light. One of the things another person that I like to follow, Lisa Nichols, says, if people can't handle your light, carry an extra pair of sunglasses and hand it to them, because you should not be dimming your light for anyone. Shine your light as bright as you want. If you're a happy person, be a happy person. Come into the room and smiling and saying good morning to everybody. Whether they say good morning or not, just keep it moving. Because, that's your light, and you want to keep shining bright. Now, one of the things that I made the mistake of doing years ago on my job, I had a team whose attitudes were not exactly on par with each other. They really didn't like each other and they didn't like anybody. So when I first came to the group, I was all happy because I was a brand new manager and I wanted to come in. I wanted to make a difference in everybody's lives. And I had all these plans to do this, and this. And from, I would say, week one, There were so many issues to resolve in that on that team that I let that affect me in that I stopped smiling when I came to work. And then they complained about that too. Well, you're not as friendly as you used to be. And like, wonder why. But that was the problem though. I dimmed my light to be more in line with what they were doing versus shining my light and letting them come to me. So, you learn these things as you go along. But then it seemed overwhelming for me, in that there were so many of the negative people that the few lights in the room didn't shine quite as bright, if you know what I mean. And my light started dimming as the day, because I used to come in, whenever we had group meetings, I would bake and I would take baked goods to work. And, well, I wanted to have potlucks and have everybody have lunch together and all kinds of stuff, team building things. But that just wasn't what they wanted. And I had to accept that. But it was really hard for me at that time. Now that I'm older and more seasoned, I don't I don't allow people to dim my light. If I'm gonna say hi to you, I'm just gonna say hi to you. I'm just gonna keep going. And if you don't want to say hi to me, that's fine. I still like you. And I can deal with it that way. So if you are that bright light in the room, keep it shining. That's what that means to me. Just shine your light bright no matter what. And trust me, sometimes you can break people down by being the happy person. Because another thing that happened to me, same office, when I first came, I'm in South Florida. So one of the reputations of South Florida, this it's just the expectation, which we shouldn't have, but here goes, is that there are people who are not exactly friendly. So when I came into the office every morning, I passed by this one lady's desk, and I would say good morning, and she would just look at me. She wouldn't say anything, nothing. And I thought, well, maybe she didn't hear me. So the next morning, I said it a little louder, good morning, and she didn't say. She looked up and she still didn't say anything. And so after about, I think it took like a month to wear her down. But every morning, I kept saying it. Every morning, didn't matter whether she said it back or not. I just, good morning. And then one day, I come in and I say good morning. She said, oh, good morning. I said, oh, what? So had I continued that with my team, they would have came around sooner or later. But I didn't. So that's the lesson, which I didn't learn then. I know now, but I didn't learn then, that if you keep going and you keep being the happy, bright, shining light person, eventually they'll have to come over to your side. Because everybody can't be like grumpy all the time. Just keep smiling at people. And eventually you'll see those smiles start to come, because they can't help it. If somebody's smiling at you every single day, eventually you're just going to say, okay, fine, I'm just going to smile, right? And so if that's your deal, smile. I'm a hugger too, so there you go. I like I'm one of those. I'm a typical Southern woman. I grew up in Alabama, so where in my hometown it was very small. But in my hometown, you pass by somebody, you say hi. If you know them really well, you hug and, oh, hey, how you doing? That kind of thing. So when I get to know someone, I'm a hugger. And some people just aren't. And so you have to know too when to back off, because some people have that space issue. Um, so, but don't dim your light though. Still smile, still say hi or whatever it is that you do, but make sure that you are still being authentically yourself, no matter what. That's my message. That's my take on it. What's yours? Okay, so I'm gonna say bye. Sorry it's late, but these things happen, right? Anyway, so I wish you peace. I wish you love. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share this video, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye bye.